Good evening, all of you all. I'll be just reaching home in the next 10 minutes, but then we are starting the class. Hari sir is already there. It's raining slightly here. So today we are discussing a complex topic. Good evening, Bete. Good evening. Which is known as derivatives, right? And I'll leave it to Hari sir to explain it. But a simple cheese, Bete. It is a complicated topic, but if you go by definition, derivative is anything which can derive its value from an underlying asset. Yes, with this, I will now pull back and I'll give the full time to Harish sir because this topic needs that time. And Harish sir can make a slow start, maybe, and then in the next 7-8 minutes, go full stream. Harish sir, over to you, respected sir. Thank you very much for joining in as always. And now you'll come in and you'll give that sweet smile of yours. And I love that. I'm waiting for that. There, humor starts. Now humor starts.
Round shape.
The humor starts now. Okay, sir, I pull back. Right. Hari sir, some good news. I'm sitting with somebody here. Dharma sir.
Hello, sir.
Hello, sir.
So the good news for all of you all is, and I wanted to announce it here. Hari sir and all my dear colleagues, we are coming with an enterprise solution. I am not. Dharma sir is coming with an enterprise solution, which will be an extended version of India Mart, right? So that we can help each other in these challenging times. In fact, we just came from one of the clients and I was with sir discussing it. So very soon you can expect an announcement, an extended version of India Mart, right? So not only the number and your products will be available, sir is trying to get videos also on. So maja aayega abhi thoda. And for all those of you who are wondering who Dharma sir is, he has taken a session and he is the CEO of Impact Sure Consulting. So sir does two things, business consulting and technology consulting. So he's the best person. Hopefully we will launch it before Ganpati Visarjan. So that's about it, sir. Hari sir, I wanted to give the good news. So I've given it, now I pull back. Completely yours, sir. Love you.
Thank you so much, sir. Good evening to everyone. Good evening. So again, I forgot which session of mine I'm taking. It's been quite a lot of sessions. I can see a lot of repeat attendees, which is good to see because there is clearly a zeal to learn, which is very useful. Now, today's topic, as Anil sir mentioned, is fairly complicated. Do not try it at home is my disclaimer to begin with. So you need to be very, very careful if you're trying to do it yourself. You need to be very sure about the concept and how you can use it, because I have seen a lot of people burning their fingers and pretty much everything else by trading in this particular market. So you have to be very careful. I'm starting with a disclaimer simply because this product is not easy. This product is not necessarily for a starting investor or somebody who's new to this product. There's a lot of background to derivatives, but I am obviously starting directly with the basics of derivatives. I hope all of you know about stock markets, because that's one market which is easiest to understand for most people. So in stock markets, when you do a transaction, whenever you do any trade, you can do it in commodity market also, you can do it in FX market also. So any buying or selling of any equity shares, or any buying or selling of a bond, any buying or selling of a currency that you're doing, essentially is known as a trade. So in financial markets, we trade. Very common term, right? Trading kaise chal raha hai? Main trader hu. So the word trade means I am basically entering into a transaction. So if I say I have bought 100 shares of Infosys today, that's a trade. If somebody says I purchased half a kilo of gold today because I expect the price to go up, that's a trade. If somebody says I purchased $1 million because I have to pay for my imports, that's a trade. So essentially, whenever you talk about any financial market logic, the first thing you do is a trade. A trade can be a buy trade or a sell trade. You can buy something or you can sell something in financial markets. Now, when you do a trade, and this is very important to understand why derivatives come into picture. When you do a trade, the trade has to be settled also. So today, a lot of jargons will come. I am very sorry about that. It is not really possible to not use jargons. So if I say I go to the stock market, again, I'm taking an example of stock market because maybe many of you are aware of how it works. You have to have a broking account. You have a broker. Suppose the broker is Sher Khan or Motilal Oswal, ICICI Direct, Angel Broking, Zerodha. You must have heard about so many brokers. Suppose I want to purchase Reliance equity shares. Suppose you are very confident that Reliance will do well. You're very confident that Mukesh Ambani has a lot of vision for the company. And I'm not saying that you should buy Reliance. It's an example. This is not a recommendation. And you want to buy Reliance. So you approach your broker, whomsoever is your broker, and you say, I want to purchase Reliance. So what you're doing is you're doing a trade. Now this trade has to be settled also. Now what is settlement? Settlement means the shares you bought comes in your demat account. Suppose you bought Reliance today on a Friday. You don't get your shares immediately in the market if you know. It takes time. And in India, if you do an equity transaction, it takes 2 days for settlement. So if any of you are aware, it is in jargon terms known as T plus 2. So if you talk to anybody in the market, they will understand this term very easily. T plus 2. T means trade date. So if I today bought Reliance, that is a trade. But I will not get Reliance today immediately. It is not possible. It takes 2 working days for you to get Reliance in your demat account. As far as money is concerned, you're a buyer, which means you have to pay the money. Suppose you bought 100 shares of Reliance. So you have to pay the money to the broker upfront. Most brokers will take the money from you upfront. They will say, if you're buying, you have to pay the money. So you're paying for the shares and you will end up getting the shares on a T plus 2 basis. So if you buy on Friday, you will get it on Tuesday. Saturday is off, Sunday is off, holiday. Monday is T plus 1, Tuesday is T plus 2. Now, why am I talking about this? Because this is a starting point of derivatives. When I say starting point, you have to understand this particular market first, which is the T plus 2 market for stock market. So anybody, if you know, if you've traded in the market, you will know that if you buy the shares today, you will not get the shares today. It will take 2 days. Same way, suppose you sell the shares today. Suppose you're holding, let's say, Reliance for quite some time. Let's say in the month of March, when Reliance had gone down to, I think, 800 rupees or something. Suppose you bought it in March. Today, the Reliance price is, let's say, 2,200. And you're like, wow, I made a lot of money. My money has doubled. So you want to sell. If you sell the shares today, again, going back to your broker, the broker will expect you to have the shares already. Only then you will be able to sell. And then you will again get the money against your shares on T plus 2 basis. So your bank account will get the money only on T plus 2 basis. This T plus 2 that I'm repeatedly saying is known as what is called as a spot trade. Spot market. FX में भी ये word use होता है spot market. डॉलर रूपी spot क्या चल रहा है? डॉलर रूपी exchange rate spot क्या चल रहा है? Spot is T plus 2. Why am I talking about spot? Because if you do a transaction in Reliance or Dollar Rupee or any other product I spoke about, you can do the trade in 2 ways. One is spot, which is a T plus 2 for example in equity, or you can also do a trade today for a future settlement, where you say, I will agree to buy something today or sell something today, but we will not settle it today or in T plus 2. We will settle the contract on a future date. Let's say a month from now, a year from now. So you're agreeing to do the trade today, but you're agreeing that settlement will happen on a future date. And again, not T plus 2. I'm saying future beyond that. That is called a derivative transaction. And because the settlement happens on a future date, you're not paying for it now. There is something called as leverage that comes in. I'll explain that in a while. Leverage. Leverage essentially means borrowing. So here you're not borrowing money, but the effect is the same. It is almost as good as I bought Reliance today. Upside of Reliance will be my profit, but I haven't paid for it. Think about it. I haven't paid for it. I'm just kind of keeping the settlement on a future date. If I could take you out of financial markets for a minute, you must be aware of real estate market. In the real estate market, you can go and purchase a under construction property, right? There is a builder who says, ये जो plot of land है, it's just a land as of now. There is no building construction started. वो बोल रहे हैं ये जो land है, ये land में 3 साल के बाद एक building होगा. वो building का 15th floor में एक flat आप खरीद सकते हो. So I am like, okay, I will buy 1503. तो एक आपको floor plan दिखा रहा है पेपर पे और बोल रहा है imagine करो 1503 आपका होने वाला है. And आप बोल रहे हो, okay, 3 साल के बाद मुझे मिलेगा. So you and the builder are doing a contract today where you are buying a flat which is not even ready. You will probably get it after 3 years. But you're freezing the rate today. You're saying, I will buy the flat at, let's say, 12,000 rupees per square feet, for example. The builder is saying, done. That is the price. You may pay a small token money to begin with, and that's about it. The trade has happened. There is no building. There is no 1503, but you have already done the trade. Now, what will happen after 3 years? You will pay for the flat after 3 years, and the builder will give you the possession after 3 years. That is called settlement. आपने अभी सिर्फ ट्रेड किया है, अभी तक घर नहीं मिला है. Settlement will be after 3 years, right? Now, this is derivatives. This is a classic derivative example. The only thing is we don't use the word derivatives in that because it's a real estate example. It is not a financial market example. Real estate is not a part of financial markets. But doing something today for a future settlement is known as derivative. So you have to book something today. आप price आज decide कर रहे हो, सब कुछ आज decide करके रखोगे, लेकिन settlement होगा future date में. I'll give you one more example on lighter note. Getting engaged before you get married is like a derivative contract. आप अभी book कर रहे हो, आप अभी सिर्फ trade करके रख रहे हो कि ये मेरा counterparty है. I will get married to this person, but marriage है 1 साल के बाद, for example. So settlement will happen after 1 year, but the trade and the agreement is happening today. That is again a same logic that आप अभी सब decide करते हो, but you will do the settlement on a future date. That's exactly what happens in the derivative markets. It is not easy, I understand. Why would somebody do a trade today, agree everything today, but not pay for it today? You can imagine the real estate example. मेरे पास नहीं है पैसा, let's say. मेरे पास अभी वो ready position घर खरीदने के लिए पैसा नहीं है. मैं सिर्फ डाउन पेमेंट दे सकता हूँ थोड़ा सा टोकन मनी, बट मुझे तो अभी घर के लिए पैसा इकट्ठा करना है. So you can postpone the settlement by freezing the price today. That is a derivative contract. It's a trade. It's a trade where you settle it on a future date. Now there are a lot of types of derivatives, to be honest. We will not be discussing all of it. Anil sir spoke about forward contracts. If you are a businessman, you may know about forward contracts in Forex, FX. If you know, your banker may do a FX trade with you, where the trade happens today, but the settlement happens on a future date. So you can go to a banker and say, I am an importer. I have bought a machinery from London. Machinery is going to come in 1 month, and I am going to pay in 1 month. Not now. I am not going to pay now. But my fear is that in this 1 month, rupee may depreciate. मुझे डर है कि 1 महीना वेट करूंगा, पेमेंट के लिए 1 महीना है, बट अगर मैं 1 महीने के बाद खरीदूंगा, maybe the price of pound would have gone up in 1 month. So what you can do is you can go to a banker, let's say Kotak Bank or HDFC Bank, and tell them, I will agree the dollar rupee or pound rupee rate today. We will agree, but settlement हम लोग 1 महीने के बाद करेंगे. So I will pay you the money after 1 month. You give me the pound after 1 month. That is a forward contract. Forward is always between 2 parties. Like real estate example I gave you. 2 parties are involved in that. There is no exchange. There is no stock exchange. It is purely between 2 parties. Forward is OTC. OTC is a word we use for 2-party trade called over the counter. It's a very common jargon we use in the market, over the counter. So 2 parties do this trade. We also have something called swaps, which is done by banks and insurance companies. We are not getting into that. Our focus point today will be futures and options. As Anil sir said, futures and options are on the exchanges. So if you go to National Stock Exchange in India or Bombay Stock Exchange, you will get this product called F&O. बहुत ही popular है. Everybody who knows about the markets would have heard about it. F&O, futures and options. अगर आप CNBC TV18 देखोगे पूरा दिन, बहुत सारे लोग आपके F&O करते रहेंगे because they are giving you some trade ideas about futures and options. एक बात याद रखिए, ट्रेड आज होगा, सेटलमेंट आगे चल के होगा. सेटलमेंट will not be done today. That is the basics of any derivative contract. I will explain you how futures works and how options work. And end of the session, obviously, if you have any questions, I'll be very happy to take any questions. अब आपके दिमाग में अगर ख्याल आ रहा है कि ये सब पागलपन कौन करता है, दिस इज ऑल मतलब so complicated, why complicate life? There are multiple reasons why we do derivatives. Specific purposes are there, very useful, as Anil sir mentioned in the introduction. For me especially, and my firm and my partner Saumil Parikh is an expert in derivatives, and thankfully, coincidentally, Anil sir introduced me to Saumil. What a wonderful coincidence that my business partner came into my introduction and circle because of Anil Menon sir. So he has been instrumental in bringing us together also. And we do so much activity in derivatives that for us, it's pretty much a big part of our entire profession. So why do we use it? Why do people use derivatives? There are primarily three reasons, but the most important focus point in which you should take it, beginners, is hedging. Hedging. You can protect your portfolio. So if you have an equity portfolio, I can see a lot of names in this list who are investors. They have mutual fund portfolios, maybe they have stocks, maybe. You can hedge it. You can protect your portfolio from a market fall. So अगर मार्च जैसा इवेंट आता है जब मार्केट क्रैशेस बाय 30-40%, अगर आपने उसके पहले थोड़ा सा डेरिवेटिव यूज करके हेज कर लिया होता, प्रोटेक्ट कर लिया होता आपके रिस्क को, then you would have probably had much lower losses as compared to what many investors suffer. So that's the focal point of derivatives. But then people can use it for trading also. Like I use a lot of derivatives for trading, but it is risky. You can lose a lot of money if things go wrong. And then there is also something called arbitrage. Arbitrage is a very technical thing in terms of how it happens, but it basically means risk-free profit. You can actually make risk-free profit using derivatives. बिना कोई रिस्क के आपको पैसा बन सकता है, लेकिन ये इंडिविजुअल्स नहीं कर सकते. We are not going to do it because it is done by algorithms. Computer softwares are created for doing that, and they're very fast. They're so fast that you cannot compete with them in the real market. आप प्राइजेस देखोगे ब्रोकर के स्क्रीन में, आप सोचोगे, आप ट्रेड करोगे, तब तक आर्बिट्राज खत्म हो जाता है. So if you want to get into arbitrage as an investor, there is an arbitrage fund that mutual fund categories have. Arbitrage fund करके you would probably know. You can go through that. अब futures क्या है? I will take the next 10-15 minutes to explain this product called futures. You can do futures on equity shares. You can do futures on index, Nifty, Sensex. Anil sir spoke about Sensex in one of the previous sessions on a Sunday. So you might be aware of Nifty as an index. Sensex, आज market क्या चल रहा है? Sensex 400 पॉइंट ऊपर है. वो जो Sensex का आपको वैल्यू दिखता है, whatever the value is, let's say 28,000 whatever, उस पे भी आप futures कर सकते हो. Nifty, let's say चल रहा है 11,600 पॉइंट, उस पे भी आप futures कर सकते हो. You can do futures on that also. So you can do it on stocks, you can do it on index, you can do it on currency. So if you have any importer exporter in this group, currency, dollar rupee, euro rupee, pound rupee, आपको अगर कुछ import या export को hedge करना है, you can do currency futures also. Remember, futures is always through an exchange. You can do commodity futures also, very big market. MCX, multi commodity exchange, it's a commodity exchange for derivatives. You can do it on gold, you can do it on silver, you can do it on agricultural products, you can do it on oil. There are a lot of commodities on which you can do futures. So एक बार आपने प्रोडक्ट समझ लिया, आप उसको अलग अलग जगह पे अप्लाई कर सकते हो. मैं वापस एक बार दोहराऊंगा, आई विल रिपीट अगेन, derivatives is only a trade. It's not something you're kind of buying or selling. It's a transaction, understand? It is only a transaction. So that trade you have to understand from the context of, you can do it in any product, so to say. I'll take an Excel for this part. I would use Excel to explain you how it works. Anil sir, you want to add anything?
No, sir, I think it's perfect. I like that real estate example perfect, that I was wondering how could you simplify it and then you did that. So derivative, again, as sir said, I have nothing to add, just to repeat. It's just a trade. It's just a trade. You can either use it because when sir is typing, I can speak. You can either use it for covering your risk or you can use it for speculation. It works both ways. So not necessarily it is only bad. You can also use it for hedging. Hedging matlab basically bete covering your risk. It basically means covering your risk. I'll leave it to the master again to start.
Thank you, sir. So let me take an example. Suppose you have a view on SBI as a stock, State Bank of India. This is the current price of State Bank of India, 225 rupees. And I am taking you an example of spot. Spot is the T+2 price, which means if you buy SBI today, you have to pay to the broker pretty much immediately, and the broker will get the shares for you in 2 days. It will come into your demat account. So you think that SBI is going to go up. Your view is SBI will go up in price. In jargon terms, again, we call it a bullish view. You expect the price to go up. You're expecting SBI to do well in the future, maybe next few months, and it will go up, suppose, right? Now, let's assume you want to buy 3,000 quantity in the spot market. You actually want to buy SBI 3,000 quantity. So if you understand the value of your transaction is 6,75,000. 225 rupees times 3,000 is 6,75,000. Now, if you do a spot transaction, you have to pay the 6,75,000 immediately. Most brokers will not let you trade on this stock if you don't have 6,75,000 rupees with you. Now, there are brokers who may allow you to borrow from them. There is something called margin trading, if somebody is aware. Margin trading is not nothing but broker is lending to you. The interest rate is very high. It usually is at 12-14% per annum. Usually, if you're not availing any loan, you have to pay the 6,75,000 rupees immediately. This is called a spot transaction. Let's assume after a month, suppose 1 month has gone by, suppose, and the price of SBI has increased. It has gone up to, let's assume, 250 bucks. So you are thinking price will go up, and the price indeed went up, and you're happy. You're like, wow, my view went right. If you now understand your profit and you sell, you sold your shares at 250. So your profit, if you understand, is 250 minus 225. This is your per share profit. And your total profit is 25 times 3,000. 75,000 rupees profit you have made. Simple. Of course, it can be a loss also. Maybe the price did not go to 250. Maybe the price went to 210. So you'll have a loss also. But remember, you have bought the shares, so you can hold it for as long as you want. There is no necessity to sell it. You can say, I will wait for 1 year for the price to go up. That's up to you. I have no view about that. Now, the same thing, instead of doing in the spot market, you can do in the futures market. So the benefit of doing it in the futures market is everything remains the same. I will take the same example. The benefit of doing in the futures market is the amount you invest today will not be 6,75,000 rupees. You will not be paying 6,75,000 rupees, even though the transaction value is 6,75,000. What you will only end up paying is a percentage of your trade value. There will only be a percentage that you will be required to pay. What is that percentage? Depends upon which stock we are talking about. It may not be same for everything. So let's assume in this case, the percentage that you're supposed to invest is 30%, for example, which means your investment in this trade will be 6,75,000 times 30%. So what you could have achieved with 6,75,000 in the spot market, you can actually do it by investing roughly 2 lakh rupees in the futures market. So the benefit of futures is by paying less, you can still take an exposure of 6,75,000. You can actually need not pay 6,75,000. You will still get the benefit of it. This is basically in finance terms called leverage. आपने माल खरीदा 6,75,000 का, आपने माल खरीदा 675 का, पर आपने पे नहीं किया, आपने सिर्फ पे किया 2,02,000 और whatever it is. जो बचा हुआ अमाउंट है आप पे नहीं करोगे अभी, और उस पे इंटरेस्ट भी नहीं लगेगा. There is no interest also on the remaining amount. It is like a interest free loan that you have got. अब ये जो आपने कॉन्ट्रैक्ट किया है इसको हम बोलेंगे SBI futures. You have purchased SBI futures. Yes sir, sorry.
No, I am very sorry, sir. So, what is leverage? I am an engineer. Sir is a chartered accountant, commerce background. Leverage is something by applying a small force, you can lift a heavy load. So, by paying 30%, you can take a position of 100 rupees. By applying a small force, you can lift a heavy load. I'm paying only 30 rupees, but I can do a transaction worth 100. That's why it's called as leverage trade. Now, please note, I wanted sir to have a sip of water also. Nobody pays 70 rupees. Nobody pays, right? That is what the beauty is. So you don't have to pay interest on anybody, right? Now I'll let sir continue. I know some questions will come, but I'll let sir continue. By having only 30 rupees, I'm taking a position of 100 rupees. Back to you, sir.
Thank you, sir. View is still bullish. Let's assume the same example. After 1 month, SBI is still 250. My view was price will go up, and the price has indeed gone up. Price has gone to 250. If you take the example of profit, your profit will be 250 minus 225 per share. Same, no difference. Price has still gone up by 25 rupees. However, your total profit will be 25 times 3000. So your total profit is also 75,000 rupees. But anybody who knows business, anybody who understands profitability knows that you should not compare absolute profit. You should always compare return on investment. I think all of you would have attended the session on Business X-ray. There very clearly, very well, sir spoke about how return on investment is very important. ROI, return on investment. So here on an investment of 6,75,000, you made a profit of 75,000 bucks, which by the way is 11% profit. 11%. And the same ROI, if you calculate here, is same 75,000 rupees profit you made, but you invested only 2,02,500. You never invested 6,75,000. So your ROI is obviously 37, which is 3.33 times. So as a trader, this is what derivatives offer you. Pay less, make a larger money. But remember, there is an other side also, which is if the view goes wrong. Suppose SBI price doesn't go to 250, it goes to 225. Sorry, it goes to 200, for example. You'll have a loss of 75,000, which is again 11% of your investment. Here, you'll again have a loss of 75,000, but because you invested a smaller amount, a large part of that amount will be disappearing. So always, whenever you compare any investment opportunity, any trading opportunity, never compare absolute profit. Always compare percentage profit, percentage loss, and see whether you're comfortable with that percentage. In my circle, most investors will not be comfortable with a 37% loss in 1 month. Most will not be absolute comfortable. 37% loss in 1 month is a very significant loss. So this 30% is an example. For some stock, it can be 25%. For some stock, it can be 20%. This is decided by SEBI. SEBI and the stock exchange decides it. You can't change it. It is not at broker level. It is not at client level. You cannot say मैं ज़्यादा trade करूँगा तो मुझे कम percentage में करने को मिलेगा. नहीं. The percentage is not decided by anybody. It is same for everybody. आप trade करो, मैं trade करूँ, Anil sir trade करे, सबके लिए this percentage is same. How much percentage you have to pay? So if it is 30%, everybody has to pay, have 30%. No two ways about it. So futures can be used to leverage, which means you pay less, take a larger exposure. It can go against you also. But if you're smart in trading, you can obviously make a lot of money. What is more important to understand about futures is, suppose you have SBI stock in your portfolio. Same example I'm taking, but I'm just changing the objective. You have an SBI stock in your portfolio. आपने SBI पहले से खरीद के रखा है. आपने खरीदा था, let's say at a cost of let's say 110 rupees. बहुत पहले, कुछ साल पहले आपने खरीद लिया था. आपके पास बहुत quantity है. You have a lot of SBI. Suppose you have, let's take a very big example of, let's say you have 25,000 quantity of SBI. So आपका ऑलमोस्ट 56 लाख रुपीस का पोर्टफोलियो पड़ा हुआ है एसबीआई में. नाउ ऑब्वियसली अगर एसबीआई का प्राइस गिरेगा फ्रॉम 225 तो आपका ये वैल्यू लॉस होगा, ऑब्वियसली, बिकॉज यू हैव अ इन्वेस्टमेंट. सो इफ यू हैव अ फियर दैट अरे मार्केट इतना ऊपर आ गया है आजकल, एसबीआई इतना ऊपर आ गया है, कोविड तो अभी भी चल रहा है, मार्केट तो एकदम हाई लेवल्स पे आ गया है, पीपल आर टॉकिंग अबाउट बबल एंड ऑल दैट. सो योर व्यू इज मे बी एसबीआई गिरने वाला है, शायद अभी एसबीआई 225 से गिरेगा. दैट इज कॉल्ड अ बेरिश व्यू. bearish, opposite of bullish. You have a negative view. So if your view is bearish, what you can do is आप यही फ्यूचर्स मार्केट में जाके एसबीआई का फ्यूचर्स बेच सकते हो. यू कैन सेल, यू कैन डू अ सेल ट्रेड इन फ्यूचर्स. अब ये मत सोचना कि अरे लेकिन बेचने के लिए मेरे पास तो फ्यूचर्स है नहीं, ऐसा नहीं है. यू आर डूइंग अ सेल ट्रेड. गोइंग इन द फ्यूचर्स मार्केट एंड सेलिंग एसबीआई फ्यूचर्स एट 225. से मार्जिन विल बी एप्लीकेबल. यही 30% आपको मार्जिन ब्लॉक करना पड़ेगा इसमें. लेकिन इसमें क्या होगा, अगर एक महीने के बाद एसबीआई का प्राइस अगर 200 रुपया हो गया तो 225 से जो प्राइस गिरा है नीचे, उतना प्रॉफिट यू विल मेक इन फ्यूचर्स. यू विल मेक मनी, यू विल मेक प्रॉफिट, बिकॉज यू सोल्ड at 225. You sold and price has gone down to 200. You will make a profit of 25. एंड यहाँ पे आपका पोर्टफोलियो नीचे चला गया होगा बिकॉज प्राइस हैज गॉन डाउन. तो जितना आपका पोर्टफोलियो नीचे जाएगा उतना आप फ्यूचर से उसको हेज कर सकते हो. दिस इज कॉल्ड हेजिंग, प्रोटेक्टिंग योर लॉसेस. सो इफ यू थिंक दैट आपके पोर्टफोलियो में कोई बड़ा कंपोनेंट, कोई स्टॉक है, मारुति है, रिलायंस है, टाइटन है, और आपको डर लग रहा है यार अगर इसका प्राइस गिर गया तो मेरा पोर्टफोलियो गिर जाएगा, यू कैन हेज इट इफ यू वांट टू बाय सेलिंग व्हाट इज कॉल्ड एज futures. I'll tell you options also. उधर भी आप कर सकते हो, but futures में भी you can do hedging. Mutual funds जो है ना, mutual funds, they use futures for hedging. उनका पोर्टफोलियो में वो लोग क्या करते हैं, जब मार्केट बहुत ऊपर गया है लाइक आजकल, लोग थोड़ा थोड़ा फ्यूचर्स बेचना चालू करते हैं. तो आप फ्यूचर्स जब बेचते हो और मार्केट जब गिरता है तो आपको फ्यूचर्स में प्रॉफिट होता है. एंड मार्केट गिरने पे प्रॉफिट इज अ गुड थिंग बिकॉज आपका पोर्टफोलियो में तो लॉस हो रहा था. दिस इज कॉल्ड hedging. Offsetting your losses by making some profit is called hedging. Very useful way of doing it. सेम आप एग्जांपल में आपको देता हूं फ्यूचर्स का इन डॉलर रूपी. एक और एग्जांपल मैं आपको क्विकली देता हूं. सपोज आप एक एक्सपोर्टर है, आपको आज से 3 मंथ्स के बाद लेट्स अज्यूम 5 मिलियन यूएसडी मिलने वाला है. यू आर गोइंग टू रिसीव $5 million आफ्टर 3 months. यू आर एक्सपोर्टर, आपका बहुत बड़ा एक्सपोर्ट का बिजनेस है, आप एक्सपोर्ट करते हो कॉन्स्टेंटली. आपका एक क्लाइंट ने बोला $5 million का जो वैल्यू है मैं आपको 3 months के बाद पे करूंगा. सो आई विल रिसीव आफ्टर 3 months. नाउ एज यू नो, स्पॉट यूएसडी INR एक्सचेंज रेट करंटली इज, लेट्स अज्यूम 74. जस्ट अज्यूम करते हैं आज, टुडे. स्पॉट इज ऑलवेज लाइक, आप अभी अगर आपको बाय सेल करना है तो, बट अभी तो आप सेल नहीं कर सकते बिकॉज अभी आपके पास डॉलर्स आए नहीं है. डॉलर्स अभी आने वाला है 3 महीने के बाद. आप आजकल अगर आप एक्सपोर्टर हो तो आप जेन्युइनली आप मार्केट को वॉच करते रहोगे डॉलर रूपी में क्या हो रहा है. एंड अगर आप वॉच कर रहे होंगे तो आपको पता होगा कि लास्ट 1 महीने में रूपी काफी अप्रिशिएट हुआ है. डॉलर रूपी का रेट काफी नीचे गिर गया है, काफी. 2 रुपया तो लास्ट 1 महीने में मूव हो गया. आपको डर है दैट आफ्टर 3 months बाय द टाइम यू विल रिसीव द मनी, आपको डर है यही स्पॉट रेट जो आज 74 है, इट मे बी प्रोबेबली 71 ऑल्सो और 70 ऑल्सो. यू डोंट नो कितना डॉलर्स आ रहा है इन्वेस्टमेंट में. ऑटोमेटिकली रूपी में अप्रिशिएट एंड दिस इज बैड बिकॉज आप अगर 74 पे कन्वर्ट करते थे 5 million, आपको मिलने वाला था 370 million रुपीस, which is 37 crore रुपीस मिलने वाला था. ये आपका सेल्स का वैल्यू था. आपको यही अगर 71 में मिलने वाला है, आपका पूरा का पूरा सेल्स वैल्यू घट के हो गया 355 million. You basically have a loss of 15 million rupees. 15 million rupees is 1.5 crore. That's a lot of losses for any businessman. So आप क्या कर सकते हो, आपके पास ये एक्सपोर्ट का ऑर्डर तो आ गया, पैसा 3 महीने के बाद मिलने वाला है, आपको पता है. आपको ये भी पता है कि आज का स्पॉट 74 है. आपको ये रिस्क नहीं लेना है कि एक्सचेंज रेट कहाँ जाएगा. आप आज ही NSE में जाएंगे या BSE में जाएंगे, सेल करेंगे यूएसडी फ्यूचर्स। जैसे एसबीआई फ्यूचर्स बेचा वैसा डॉलर फ्यूचर्स आप बेच सकते हो। आपको आज की तारीख में मैं आपको एग्जांपल देता हूँ, रेट मिलेगा 74.50 का। अगर स्पॉट 74 है, उसके ऊपर का फ्यूचर्स का रेट मिलेगा आपको, ऊपर का, जो एक्सपोर्टर के लिए फायदा है। 74.50 पे आपका एक्सपोर्ट फ्रीज हो गया। तो अगर 3 महीने के बाद $71 भी है, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, यू विल स्टिल बी एबल टू सेल योर डॉलर्स एट 74 हाफ। नॉट ओनली 74, आपको एक्स्ट्रा हाफ भी मिल रहा है। फायदा हो गया आपका, बिकॉज आपको अभी रिस्क ही नहीं है, आपका पूरा पीस ऑफ माइंड आ गया, आप आराम से सो जाओ, लेट डॉलर रुपी गो टू एनीवेयर इट वांट्स टू। साइड इफेक्ट ऑफ दिस, एंड बहुत लोग बोलते हैं साइड इफेक्ट है, आई डोंट थिंक सो। अगर 3 महीने के बाद डॉलर रुपी 80 रुपीज हो गया, 80 और आपने हेज नहीं किया था, आपको ऑब्वियसली ज्यादा पैसा मिल गया होता वो टाइम पे, बट यहां पर आपको फिर भी 74.50 ही मिलेगा। सो यू कांट से मुझे रुपी अप्रिशिएट हुआ तो प्रॉफिट भी चाहिए, और अगर रुपी डेप्रिशिएट हुआ तो वो भी चाहिए। वो फ्यूचर्स में नहीं होगा, उसके लिए ऑप्शंस करके प्रोडक्ट आई विल टेल यू। फ्यूचर्स में यू हैव टू बी वेरी क्लियर दैट मैं फ्रीज कर दूंगा मेरा रेट, आई विल फ्रीज माय रेट, then I don't care whether it goes to 80 or 70 or 60. This is how the world of dollar rupee futures is also available. Just to tell you, it is available up to 12 months. 12 महीने तक का कॉन्ट्रैक्ट्स अवेलेबल है। आप इंपोर्टर हो या एक्सपोर्टर हो, वेरी ब्यूटिफुल प्रोडक्ट फॉर हेजिंग। $1000 इज द मिनिमम कॉन्ट्रैक्ट साइज। आपको अगर ट्रेड करना है तो मिनिमम $1000 में करना होगा, and multiples of $1000, multiples of $1000. So you cannot do it for let's say $23,000, sorry $23,500, because 1000 के मल्टीपल में जाएगा। That's okay, right? $1000 is not a big deal, that is only 70,000 rupees, 74,000 rupees. So you can easily hedge your import risk or export risk, especially export risk, because dollar rupee obviously is going through a phase where rupee is appreciating. So why we are discussing this is businessmen can use it, investors can use it. I don't want you to speculate or trade initially, आपको नहीं करना चाहिए। आप अपने पोर्टफोलियो को हेज कर सकते हो, आप इक्विटी फ्यूचर्स बेच सकते हो, या करेंसी फ्यूचर्स से भी आप अपने बिजनेस एक्सपोजर को हेज कर सकते हो। If there is any future specific question, I can take it, sir, because options will take time.
So there was one more from Ankur Shah, who says, with the new margin rule by SEBI, our broker is telling us to get the link activated by OTP, right? We don't deal in leverage, we deal with cash only. Is it necessary to get the same activated? Direct question.
If you're not doing in derivatives, if you're not pledging your portfolio for getting any trading limits from the broker, then it is not necessary. It is only necessary if you are going to pledge your shares. It will also be necessary, OTP will also be necessary from NSDL or CDSL when you sell your shares. So OTP is because of DMAT debit. So अगर कोई भी शेयर आपके DMAT से निकलने वाला है, आप अगर बेचो तभी, या you can do what is called as taking limit against it, you will need a OTP now. So there is a new rule coming from 1st of September. So even if you want to sell your shares from DMAT, OTP will be needed. That could be the reason, even though you're not dealing in derivatives, the broker is asking you, because you may have shares in your DMAT and you might want to sell it in the future, right? तभी OTP लगेगा. So they are setting up that process now. All the brokers are doing it.
So is it, again, sorry, sir, is it necessary to get the same activated? Sorry, sir.
Yes,
or no?
yes, yes, yes.
Yes. So answer is yes.
So let me take an example of futures. I will take two different examples of futures. One from a perspective of trading and one from a perspective of hedging. Trading only if you want to, there is no compulsion. Hedging may be useful for everybody. Now let's assume the same example I took earlier, if you remember. I'll take the same example here. SBI is currently at, let's say, 225. And this is futures we are talking about. Quantity is 3000. Now, because I'm going into details, I will tell you something. Futures जब trade करोगे, आप जब भी market में जाओगे, whenever you go to the market, they will give you a list of stocks and list of index that you can trade in futures. पर्टिकुलर प्री डिफाइंड लिस्ट है, आप उसके ऊपर कुछ नहीं कर सकते. सो देयर इज रफली 122 स्टॉक्स एज ऑफ नाउ इन दिस लिस्ट. 122 स्टॉक्स ओनली. अगर आप बोलोगे मेरे पास एक स्टॉक है जिसपे फ्यूचर्स करना है, 122 में अगर नहीं है तो नहीं पॉसिबल है. एंड 2 इंडेक्स विच इज निफ्टी एंड बैंक निफ्टी, ये 2 इंडेक्स पे ही आप फ्यूचर्स कर सकते हो इंडिया में. एंड मैं इंडिया का एग्जांपल लूंगा, आई एम नॉट गेटिंग इनटू द ग्लोबल पार्ट ऑफ इट टुडे. अगर आपको इंटरेस्ट है यूएस फ्यूचर्स का, अलग सेशन हम लोग कर सकते हैं. निफ्टी एंड बैंक निफ्टी इंडिया के इंडेक्स है. आई होप यू नो निफ्टी इज द टॉप 50 स्टॉक्स इन इंडिया बेस्ड ऑन मार्केट कैप. उसका एक इंडेक्स है. अनिल सर एक्सप्लेन्ड सेंसेक्स इन वन ऑफ द संडे सेशंस in a very detailed way. This is NSE का index which is Nifty. Bank Nifty is the banking stock. So अगर आपको सिर्फ बैंक पे व्यू है, बैंकिंग स्टॉक पे, तो आप बैंक निफ्टी भी ट्रेड कर सकते हो. 122 stocks as of now. This keeps on changing. So इसमें सारे blue chips है, all big stocks, Reliance, SBI, TCS, Kotak Bank, HDFC Bank, HDFC, all that. मैं ले रहा हूँ एग्जाम्पल SBI का, आप कोई भी एग्जाम्पल ले सकते हो. हर स्टॉक का, जो भी स्टॉक है आपका या जो भी इंडेक्स है, इन सब का एक प्री डिफाइंड लॉट साइज है. एसबीआई का लॉट साइज इज 3000, एक्चुअली में 3000 है. हर स्टॉक का अलग अलग लॉट साइज है. अभी लॉट साइज मतलब आप सिर्फ वही लॉट्स में ट्रेड कर सकते हो. यू कैन नॉट डू फ्यूचर्स फॉर 5 शेयर्स ऑफ एसबीआई. नो, यू कांट. यू कैन नॉट से मेरे को सिर्फ 100 शेयर्स करना है. नॉट पॉसिबल, बिकॉज द लॉट साइज इज डिफाइंड बाय द एक्सचेंजेस. So 3000 means not only minimum is 3000, but again multiples of 3000. So if you want to increase from 3000, next is 6000 quantity of SBI. याद रखो, 3000 quantity of SBI is a value of 6,75,000. So if you have a trade of 6,75,000 rupees, please understand, if SBI falls by 10%, goes against you, that's a loss of 67,000. Are you okay with that loss? You have to ask yourself. आपके अगर appetite में नहीं है तो सोच समझ के करना, because the loss can be severe. SBI can fall by 10% in an hour. Please understand. It will not give you a notice before it goes against you. So 6,75,000 is like the trade value that you have to take. एंड देन सपोज आप बोलते हो थोड़ा ज्यादा जा सकते हैं, 8 लाख जा सकते हैं. नहीं, 8 लाख नहीं, अभी नेक्स्ट इज डबल, 6,75,000 का डबल. सो यू कांट रियली क्रिएट एनीथिंग. यू हैव अ डिफाइंड लॉट साइज. निफ्टी करना है, निफ्टी का लॉट साइज इज 75 निफ्टी. आपको पता होगा निफ्टी इज एट अराउंड 11,600 टुडे. मतलब एक लॉट निफ्टी का आप टच भी करोगे, ट्रेड भी करोगे, आपका लॉट वैल्यू हो गया 8,70,000 rupees. एक निफ्टी लॉट. If you buy or sell, you will buy nifty futures if you are bullish on the market, if you think it will go up. You will sell nifty futures if you think it will fall. Suppose आप बहुत मार्केट देख रहे हो, आपको लग रहा है बस हो गया, निफ्टी अभी गिरने वाला है, तो आपको सेल करना पड़ेगा. You will sell nifty futures, but minimum 75. So 8,70,000. Suppose अभी यहाँ से निफ्टी और 10% ऊपर गया, आपके अगेंस्ट चला गया, your loss will be 10% of 8,70,000. Understand? Bigger the transaction value, bigger is your risk. So why exchanges have done it and why SEBI has done it? To keep small investors out of this. They don't want small 10,000, 20,000 rupees investors to come here. They want somebody with sizable value and understanding to come here so that small investors are not losing money. So in my example, I am, let's say, bullish on SBI. View is bullish, same example I'm taking. So I will go and let's say buy SBI futures. Suppose I will buy SBI futures. Now I don't have to settle now. It will be settled on a future date. Now what is the future date? You will get September futures. You can get October futures if you go today, and you will get November futures. I will tell you with a lot of conviction, October and November will not be liquid. So if you want to trade, if you want to use derivatives, stick to the first month only. And September 2020 ka last Thursday is when the settlement will happen. Last Thursday. And be with me. I will take this example over the next 10 minutes. पूरा detail में जा रहा हूँ मैं. So SBI आप अगर आज spot में खरीदोगे तो immediately pay करना पड़ेगा पैसा. एंड 2 दिन में आपके डीमैट में आएगा. बट आप फ्यूचर्स में खरीदोगे, you can buy September futures. Settlement will not be T+2. Settlement will be last Thursday of futures, which will be 24th of September. Meaning, it's as good as you will pay 6,75,000 on 24th September when the market closes, and you will get the shares at that point. It is as good as that. बीच में बहुत कुछ होगा, but effectively it is, I am buying 3,000 quantity of SBI at 225, not today, effective 24th September 2020. This is how you trade. You have to go through your broker. Broker बोलेगा, देख भाई, there is a margin that you have to pay. Initial जो आपको पैसा block करना पड़ता है, that's called initial margin. I gave you an example of certain percentage, right? That 30% as decided by SEBI and the exchange is called initial margin. Changes from stock to stock. For Nifty, the initial margin, for example, is approximately 11 to 12%. Nifty has a very less initial margin because if you know, Nifty is not as volatile as SBI. SBI moves a lot. So higher the volatility of a stock, higher the margin they will collect. Security depositor. This is a security depositor. If everything goes fine, you will get this margin back. I will tell you. If everything goes fine, you will get this margin back. So 30% initial margin आपने pay किया, 30% of 6,75,000. So 2,02,500 you block today. You have to block. This money is blocked. And then you start your trade. Now, interesting things will happen. Suppose आज तो Friday है. Let's assume on Monday closing basis, SBI price has gone to 219. आपने खरीदा 225 पे, SBI price has gone to 219. It has gone down. You have purchased SBI futures. Settlement is on a future date. Still, every day, profit or loss will be settled by the exchange. Every day, profit or loss will be settled. This is called mark-to-market margin. Again, a lot of jargons because I'm just going deeper. I initially would have stopped at a more basic level, but since some of you are interested to go deeper, mark-to-market margin will be charged every day on futures. आपको कोई choice नहीं है. You cannot say, लेकिन मेरे को अभी नहीं settle करना है, time है, कुछ नहीं. आपका 225 पे आपने खरीदा, 219 में गया price, आपको 6 रुपए का loss है. Because if you buy at 225 and the price goes lower, that's a loss for you, right? So 219 minus 225, there is a loss for you. And how much loss total? 3,000 quantity. Don't forget there is a lot size. So per share 6 rupees, 18,000 rupees you have to pay to your broker on Monday. आपको पे करना पड़ेगा Monday जब market close हो जाएगा. Worst case और Tuesday सुबह तक wait करेगा, but you have to pay this 18,000 rupees. You can't say मैंने already ये pay किया है, आपको ideally ये pay करना है. This is called mark to market margin, MTM. Sometimes some traders, some people don't pay this. They will not pay 18,000. तो क्या हो जाएगा? ये जो आपका initial margin था 2,02,000, it will get reduced. So this new margin will be this minus 18,000. मैं plus लिख रहा हूँ because यहाँ पे sign minus है. So 2,02,000 minus 18,000, ये आपका बचेगा margin. This is called the remaining margin. So if you understand, exchange is saying आपको जब loss होगा ना pay करो. अगर आपने पे नहीं किया, it is as good as your initial margin has been reduced to 1,84,500. It will continue. They know that okay, you still have 1,84,000 that is pending with us. Suppose Tuesday आपका थोड़ा bad luck खराब चल रहा है. Tuesday भी SBI नीचे गया. आपका व्यू पूरा wrong जा रहा है. Unfortunately, you are like नहीं मैं wait करेगा because ऊपर आएगा price. A lot of people have this conviction that अगर जो प्राइस नीचे जाता है तो बाउंस करके ऊपर आना ही उसको. Some kind of a rubber ball logic. 215 minus 219 आपको और 4 रुपए का लॉस हुआ. ये आपको 4 रुपए का लॉस वापस पे करना पड़ेगा. Again, ideally you are supposed to pay this 12,000, 12,000. So 18 and 12 total 30,000 का लॉस हो गया. by the way 225 में खरीदा, 215 हो गया, 10 रुपीज लॉस. 10 rupees into 3,000, 30,000. There's already a loss. Suppose you don't pay. Exchange will say, okay, I will adjust it. But there is something called as maintenance margin. Again, a jargon, maintenance margin. Also called as minimum margin to be kept. So exchange आपका ये नॉन पेमेंट ऑफ एमटीएम थोड़ा टॉलरेट करेगा, ज्यादा टॉलरेट नहीं करेगा. जैसे ही ये मार्जिन बैलेंस आपका मेंटेनेंस के नीचे चला गया, एंड वो मेंटेनेंस इज अ वेरी वोलेटाइल फिगर, इट इज नॉट अ फिक्स्ड नंबर. वो डिपेंड करता है मार्केट कंडीशन क्या चल रहा है. So, जैसे ही आपका मार्जिन बैलेंस एक थ्रेशोल्ड के नीचे चला गया, थ्रेशोल्ड एक्सचेंज को पता है, आपको आएगा मार्जिन कॉल. आपको ब्रोकर से एक मैसेज आएगा. अगर आप एक्टिव ट्रेडर हो तो आपको पता होगा, यू विल गेट अ मैसेज फ्रॉम द ब्रोकर और ईमेल फ्रॉम द ब्रोकर दैट योर मार्जिन इज शॉर्ट, प्लीज replenish immediately. If you still don't replenish, आपको मार्जिन कॉल भी आया, फिर भी आप लॉस पे नहीं कर रहे हो, do remember exchange can cancel your trade. They can throw you out. They can say enough is enough. आपका ये ट्रेड अभी कंटिन्यू नहीं होगा. I am asking you to leave. Now you can't complain. You can't say लेकिन मैं वेट करूंगा and all that. No, you are not following the rules. Your trade will be cancelled. 30,000 आपको लॉस हो गया. आपने मार्जिन पे किया था 1,84,000. जो बचा हुआ पैसा है वो आपको वापस मिल जाएगा. But do remember there will be a small penalty levied on you. If you default, there is a penalty. Suppose you are a good trader, you understand how it works, so you keep on paying this. You pay 18, you pay 12, no problem. Then everything will continue like this till the last day. Last Thursday तक ये चलता रहेगा. Every day you will have to keep either paying or receiving. अब आपके दिमाग में, if you have a question, what if I make money on a particular day? Suppose Wednesday SBI goes to 222. अब 215 तक का आपका सेटलमेंट हो चुका है MTM, मार्क टू मार्केट. अभी 7 रुपए का आपको प्रॉफिट आया. तो exchange is a gentleman. Exchange will give you 21,000 back. आपको वापस आएगा. Your money will come back to you 21,000. Now what is your total loss? Your total loss is 21 minus 12 minus 18, which is 9,000. Why 9,000? Because there is a difference of 3 rupees, right? So ऐसा रोज होता है. Please understand, this is how, fortunately or unfortunately, futures works. You have to be ready with everyday payment or receipt depending upon whether you make profit or loss. If your view is very wrong, in a day you can get knocked out, you can get thrown out, because लोगों के पास पैसा नहीं होता उतना, and they are not able to answer the margin call. They don't have money, and if they don't have money, they will throw you out. They will not wait with a loss making position for too long. So जब भी margin call आता है, you have to respond. When I say respond, you have to pay. If you don't pay, they have all the rights, and this is mentioned in the rules and regulations very clearly. They will take your trade out. So Nifty के लिए one lot is 8,70,000, which is one lot Nifty. So the lot size more or less will be such that each lot value will be roughly 5-6 lakhs or above. So even if you consider a margin of 10-20%, minimum 1.5 lakh you'll have to have before you start trading futures. Minimum 1.5 lakhs. So usually small investors don't have that much to trade with in India. I mean, in India is still a poor country. So 1.5 lakhs तो minimum अगर आपके अकाउंट में है तो ही आप स्टार्ट कीजिए, वरना MTM आ जाएगा and then you will not have money and then you have to square out. Whenever you trade in futures, remember something: exchange is guaranteeing settlement. So if you are making a loss, somebody else is making a profit for sure, because when you trade futures, there was a counterparty also. If you have a loss, somebody has a profit. Exchange has guaranteed that if you make money, I will pay you. अपने pocket से तो अपने pocket से. So exchange will never let a scenario happen where you make a loss and the margin is shortfall, because then exchange has to pay from his own pocket. Exchange will not like that. So exchange will constantly look at your position and see, do you have enough margin to cover your prospective losses, possible losses? And if you don't, they'll throw you out. And there is a software for that. It's called SPAN, Standard Portfolio Analysis of Risk. एक डायनामिक सॉफ्टवेयर है एक्सचेंज का. कोई ह्यूमन बीइंग ये डिसाइड नहीं कर रहा है. वो बोलेगा यार ये मेनन अच्छा आदमी लग रहा है, इसको छोड़ देता है. ऐसा नहीं होता है. It's all software and it is the same for everybody. Sida ka sida, the margin call will be triggered if exchange's risk management believes that you don't have enough money to take care of your further losses.
Absolutely. Professor also has said the same thing. Thank you very, very much. Sir, there's a question from my Abhishek Bihani. Beta is asking this, does profit also get added to initial margin if not taken out, just like margin is reduced when you don't pay the
Yeah,
income loss?
yes, the profit will get added. So suppose it was not 219, it was, let's say, 230 on the first day itself. Then 15,000 effectively has got added to your margin. So tomorrow, if you have 15,000 loss, you will come back to normal position. This 15,000 will get knocked out. So whatever is happening is getting adjusted in the margin account only.
Is there also a minimum amount which you can keep it as place where plus minus happens if we do not want to be constant on the market watching?
Yeah. So what you can do is, if the minimum margin to be deposited is 2 lakh 2,000, and you kind of think that इसमें और maximum 50,000 का loss मेरे को expected है, so आप extra margin रख के छोड़ दीजिए. You don't have to then track it. And whenever the margin shortfall happens, they will make sure that you receive the message. It will never happen that you will not get there. So they will either call you. If you don't pick up the call, they will SMS you, they will email you, they will do it in multiple ways to reach out to you. That margin is short. So you can keep additional money with the broker. All this has to go through a broker, and forget about it. Then you will not be troubled every time when margin call comes.
So one last query, I believe, uh, or rather, I think comment, whatever. Can profit be withdrawn at any time?
Yeah, so once you have made this 15,000 profit, you can take it to your bank account and use it. But remember, the trade is still open. So it is possible that tomorrow you may have a loss also. So whatever is happening till you are out of the position, whatever is happening is unrealized. You haven't realized it. It is not your sure shot profit. It may become a loss also later on. So 15,000 profit, you can withdraw. But remember, you are still in the trade. Tomorrow it can be a loss also. Once you exit from the trade at a profit, then if you want, you can withdraw, because that is a realized profit. So I usually would not expect anybody to withdraw the realized profit, but conceptually you can. It's as good as hard money coming into your bank account.
So one very, very practical question from Amit ji. What is the cost for covering current, very practical question, for covering currencies in future, and how many months can it be done? For 3 months or 12 months?
So currency futures is available monthly for 12 months. Every month contract is available for 12 months. I am not sure about the cost part. I mean, what does he mean by cost?
Is there a cost to buying a future? So like that forwards, we normally have a cost, right? But
No, here there is only a brokerage you have to pay. That's it.
so Amit Bete, the answer to this is you have to just pay a brokerage and then continue. So there is no cost per se, but again, I repeat, right? When you use the word cover, you meant hedge. There could be something which is called as, I repeat, opportunity loss. Okay, back to you, sir.
Also, just to add here, since I'm talking about initial margin and a question has also come on currency, USD INR, just as an example, because there are importers, exporters in this group, the lot size for USD INR is $1,000 only. I use the word only because if the spot is 74, you're talking about one trade value of 74,000 rupees only. That's it, $1,000 only. That's why, as we speak, currency futures is bigger than equity futures in India. In equity futures, your minimum lot value is like 5-6 lakhs. Here it is $1,000 only. More importantly, the initial margin that you're supposed to pay is just about 3%, and not 20 or 30 or even 10. 3%. Meaning, if 74 is your dollar rupee rate, 1,000 times 74, one lot is 74,000 rupees, one lot. 3% of this is what you block as your initial margin. I use the word block because it's a security deposit. You can obviously get it back if everything goes well. So one lot, you're only having an investment of 2,000 odd rupees as a margin. So it's not like you have to block a lot of money for currency futures. That is a very good advantage. So this is why currency futures is today more liquid and more active than even equity futures.
So I think that's a classic line because many of these students are either definitely getting into exports or are already into imports. Thank you, sir. These numbers really make a lot of sense for them. Thank you, sir. Please continue, sir.
So if you trade in futures, there is literally a concept of daily settlement. That is what I am trying to tell you. ऐसा मत सोचना that मैंने September end के लिए trade किया है, so only the September end price matters. No, not only the September end price matters, how you reach there also matters. Suppose you bought at 225. Suppose you bought SBI at 225. Correct? I'll just take this example. Your view was price will go up, and your view could be totally right on September end. On September end, the price could be 260. Perfect. But it may not be a linear one-sided move from 225 to 260. From 225, it may probably first go to 190. When it goes to 190, you cannot argue to the exchange that अभी टाइम बचा है तो why should I pay? Exchange बोलेगा आगे का नहीं पता. 190 का it can go to 150 also, right? So 225 to 190 is a 35 rupees loss times 3,000. You have to pay 1,05,000 over and about 2,02,000 that you have paid. This is very important. Each day is a new day. Exchange things like that. It doesn't bother about the last day only. If you go till last day, eventually the price is, let's say, 280 or 290. Awesome. You will get not only your initial amount back that you paid, you will also get all your MTMs and you will make a net profit. Understand that. But a lot of people, before they go into the expiry, they बीच में get knocked out because they don't have the money. उन्होंने जितना पैसा था सब initial में डाल दिया. MTM के लिए रखा ही नहीं. MTM के लिए भी पैसा चाहिए. You have to keep paying in MTM also. So be very careful when you are trading in futures. Short-term movement is also very important for you. You cannot just take a end of month view. That is a very important thing you should remember. Yes, in currency futures also there is daily mark-to-market margin. All futures have daily mark-to-market margin. But remember something, currency is not very volatile. Always remember that. It is not going to happen that dollar rupee will move by 10%, right? 10% of 74 is 7.4. वो तो 10 साल में होता है. But SBI can move by 10% in 1 hour. 1 hour क्या 5 मिनट में हो सकता है. इसीलिए करेंसी में उतना रिस्क आपको लगेगा ही नहीं. एकदम आराम से जाता है and return on investment is superb. So if any of you after this session feels a little excited, आप बोलते हो नहीं करना ही है मुझे futures, कुछ भी हो जाए, please start with currency. Don't start with equity. Currency में आपको उतना ज़्यादा फटका नहीं लगेगा because dollar rupee does not move by much. That's how the world of margins are going to work on a MTM basis. Now, one more important point that I want to tell you is, I traded SBI futures. My view was I am bullish. I'm expecting the price to go up. I'm giving you one practical last example. Last Thursday of September is the expiry. So your contract is till last Thursday of expiry. You can't go on for lifetime. Suppose Monday, after you bought today at 225, Monday the price went to 230. You're already at a profit of 5 rupees. 15,000 rupiah exchange will give you. You're happy. Tuesday price went to 233. Another 3 rupees profit. 9,000 rupees profit you made. Then price goes to 241. 241, if you understand, is another 8 rupees profit, which is another 24,000. Now, if you understand, you already made 48,000 rupees profit. You've already made 16 rupees of profit on 225 already in 3-4 days. And you're like absolutely brilliant because your view went right. This will not happen every time, but it may happen. 48,000 rupees is your profit and you're very happy. You're like, my God, my investment was 2,02,000 and I already made 48,000. I hope you understand. It's a very high return on investment, right? 3 दिन में 2 लाख रुपए पे आपको 48,000 का प्रॉफिट आ रहा है. Awesome, बहुत अच्छा पैसा है. एंड अब आपको वेट नहीं करना है. You're like, इतना प्रॉफिट हो गया ना, बस हो गया, इससे ज्यादा ग्रीड नहीं चाहिए. You can any time before expiry exit from futures. You can just exit. So आपने पहले futures खरीदा था, go back to the broker, sell the same futures back. बेच दो. पहले खरीदा फिर बेचा. It's very similar to you bought Reliance equity share today and you sold it in 3 days, you can buy and sell. Same way you can exit futures. This 48,000 will now become your realized actual profit, जो आपसे कोई छीन नहीं सकता है, because you're out of the trade. अभी आगे आपका कुछ लेना देना नहीं SBI से. You're out of the trade on Wednesday, let's say. Next week, 3 दिन के बाद you're out. You're out meaning your profit is realized. Your initial margin will also be given back to you. ये जो 2 लाख ब्लॉक किया था ना, वो भी मिल जाएगा. That will also be released because you're not in the trade. Going forward, if SBI falls, suppose SBI goes down now, no problem. आपको टेंशन ही नहीं है because you're out of the trade. But अगर SBI 300 रुपया गया, आपको आगे का प्रॉफिट भी नहीं मिलेगा. तो मैं हमेशा बहुत मजाक बोलता हूँ, एक बार एग्जिट कर लिया ना, वापस उस प्राइस को देखना मत, बिकॉज अगर वो और ऊपर प्रॉफिट पे जा रहा था, आपको बहुत बुरा लगेगा दैट 48,000 में निकल गए, एक्चुअली 2 लाख भी मिल सकता था. दैट्स वन ऑफ द मोस्ट रिग्रेटिंग थिंग्स इन ट्रेडिंग. नेवर डू दैट. बी वेरी हैप्पी. 48 में निकला, वेरी हैप्पी. जाने तो 2 लाख 4 लाख, आई डोंट केयर. मेरे को 48 चाहिए था, मैं निकल गया. हो सकता है कि आप निकल गए 241 में, प्राइस वेंट टू 250, price went to 260, price went to 280, and then you get greedy, you enter at 280 again to buy, it may come back to 200. So be very careful. जो बना हुआ पैसा है वो वापस मार्केट को गुरु दक्षिणा मत दे के आना. Be very very sure about booking profits when you get it. So when you start, मैं हमेशा बोलता हूँ 1,000-2,000 रुपया भी यार निकाल लो, because तभी कॉन्फिडेंस आएगा in terms of getting your profits. Most important thing I will tell you, अगर आपको मेरा सेशन समझा है तो, you bought at 225, price went to 222, you have a loss of 3. The next day it went to 220, you have a loss of another 5 रुपया, 15,000 रुपया लॉस हुआ. Please at some point exit, keep a stop loss. Don't wait because this price can go to 150 also. आप बहुत जबरदस्त लॉस में जा सकते हो, बिकॉज याद रखना, you have 3,000 quantity of SBI and stocks can fall a lot because of any news. So what I am saying is, if you're trading, always keep a stop loss. एक नंबर है जो कंफर्ट लेवल है, निकल जाओ, उसके बाद नहीं रुकने का. ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, बहुत मुश्किल है. It's one of the most difficult things in trading to do. Booking a loss is the most difficult thing in human trading. बिकॉज वो इंसान को समझता ही नहीं है कि अरे यार मैं लॉस क्यों बुक करूं, मैं वेट करता हूं ना और ऊपर आएगा ना, वो वेट करने के चक्कर में और लॉस होता है. सो ऑलवेज कीप अ स्टॉप लॉस इफ यू आर ट्रेडिंग इन फ्यूचर्स. याद रखना, यू कैन डू इट ऑन निफ्टी ऑल्सो, जो 11,600 का मैं बात कर रहा था, आप उस पर भी ट्रेड कर सकते हो. यू कैन सेल निफ्टी फ्यूचर्स ऑल्सो इफ यू थिंक मार्केट इज ओवर हीटेड, सेल इट. जब मार्केट गिरेगा नीचे, आपको प्रॉफिट हो जाएगा. यू कैन डू दैट ऑल्सो. Suppose some of you have a mutual fund equity portfolio, suppose, let's assume, of 1 crore rupees. Let's assume, just an example में we all can be rich. So मेरे पास नहीं है 1 crore, but example में let's assume I have 1 crore portfolio. Now मैंने अच्छा खासा प्रॉफिट कमाया, इसमें ऑलरेडी 40% का प्रॉफिट हो चुका है मुझे. अब मुझे नहीं पता कि ये मैं निकलूं कि नहीं निकलूं. आई एम नॉट श्योर. You don't want to sell, you're not sure. एक काम कर सकते हो आप निफ्टी फ्यूचर्स बेच दो, सेल करो. जस्ट सेल निफ्टी फ्यूचर्स. एक लॉट बेचोगे, आपका पोर्टफोलियो में हेजिंग होगा, बिकॉज नाउ इफ द मार्केट फॉल्स इन निफ्टी फ्यूचर्स यू विल मेक प्रॉफिट. सपोज मार्केट गोज डाउन in one lot, 75 nifty is there. Suppose market goes down by 500 points, from 11,600 it goes down to, let's say, 11,100 for example. 500 points को आपको प्रॉफिट होगा वन लॉट पे. कितना? 75 times 500, 37,500 rupees only, because your portfolio is 1 crore by the way. So आप बोलते हो नहीं यार ये बहुत कम हुआ, ठीक है, तो आप 2 लॉट शॉर्ट करो, तो 75,000 के जगह पे you will make higher profit. मतलब you will make 75,000 rupees of it. आप 10 लॉट शॉर्ट करो if you want, but again याद रखना that when you are shorting, when you are selling futures, ऊपर जाएगा तो आपको फ्यूचर्स में लॉस भी होगा, but you are hedged because your portfolio will also go up. Suppose you hedged comfortably and you said that, you know what, I will hedge. My Excel has hung up.
No. Why I'm smiling is
My cat is.
I love cats. I love them, and I can hear that noise.
So he's calling me to give him food. I have 5 of them, as you know.
So I have only one, so it's okay.
So if I sell 10 lots, which is 1,500, and the market goes down by 500 points, you will make a profit of 7,50,000 rupees. आप बोलोगे 1 crore पे 7,50,000 क्या है? That is 7.5%. Not only that, ये profit आपको cash में मिलेगा. Market गिर गया है, you invest this in good stocks. Market is down, right? You can reinvest this money. So very beautifully you can use Nifty to hedge your portfolio also. Nifty is not one stock, it is the overall index. You can do that. Everything else remains the same. There'll be margin and everything will come up. But what I'm just saying is you can use it for hedging also. I think that is the end of futures, sir. I don't have anything else to add.
Before we wind up, so today we've covered only futures. Deliberately, we did not cover options, right? Because then it would be a rush thing. So just go back. Thank you, Harish sir. See you on
Thank
Sunday.
you, sir. Thank you all. Thank you, all of you.
Sir,
Thank you, sir.
Sunday, if you can just tell them in 2 minutes, what are you planning? They will get their entire, I want their family members also to attend, sir, please.
So in Sunday session, so I spoke about fixed income in my last session. Sunday, I will be starting with equity. What are the various equity options? And the most important part will be asset allocation. Why you should have multiple asset classes like fixed income, like equity, like gold together in your portfolio. What are the benefits of having that, and how different data will tell you that over a period of time, a balanced portfolio can do much better than a pure equity or a pure fixed income portfolio. So that will be the 2 parts. First equity, then asset allocation.
Thank you very much, Harish sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Shanti ma'am. God bless you.